So you've started a dropshipping company but have no idea how to handle your taxes. You're not alone. Filing your taxes correctly and on time can cause a lot of unwanted tension on top of the stress of running a business. But it doesn't need to be this way. We've made it easier for you to understand how to handle your taxes for your dropshipping business so you'll feel better prepared come tax season. In this video, you'll learn all about the tax structure and terminology used in dropshipping globally, and we'll give you some pointers on how to manage your taxes efficiently. If you're new to the channel, welcome to SaleHoo, where we've helped thousands of entrepreneurs around the world build 5, 6, 7-figure stores. Before we get into the video though, let's announce the winner for the lucky draw, where the prize is a 1-year free membership to SaleHoo Directory or SaleHoo Dropship. We asked you to comment your greatest challenge in your dropshipping journey for a chance to win. The winner is Anas. Just email us at partners@salehoo.com with a screenshot of your YouTube comments history, which you can find on Google My Activity, and let us know which tool, SaleHoo Directory or SaleHoo Dropship, you would like your free 1-year access for. Now let's get into the video. When it comes to online selling, there are many ways you can do it, but let's focus on e-commerce and dropshipping. E-commerce is the traditional online shopping model. It's where the retailers purchase inventory and stores it in a warehouse, or spare bedroom, or garage. When a customer purchases a product from the retailer's online store, they're responsible for packing and shipping it to the customer within a time frame. Dropshipping is a type of e-commerce, but is structured so that you can start a business without needing to buy and store inventory. You simply sell the product on your online store, and the supplier sends the product directly to the consumer. A dropshipping company can be an incredibly lucrative business or side hustle and can start on a relatively lean budget. Whether dropshipping is your primary income or a side gig, one thing is certain: you need to get your taxes right. If you're new to the game of dropshipping, you must ensure you've set your business up correctly before setting up your taxes. But setting up your business will differ depending on your country. If you're in the US, you'll need to register your business as an entity. You may need an employer identification number, or EIN, which is like your social security number, but for business. You may also need a local business license. But to know for sure, you'll need to do a little research, and it's always best to consult a professional to get it right. Your first port of call as a dropshipper in Canada is registering a business number, or BN, with the Canadian Revenue Agency, or CRA. You can do this online on their website. You must choose a business structure. There are 3 business structures in Canada: sole proprietorship, partnership, and corporation. Sole proprietorship is the most common for new e-commerce and dropshipping businesses. You'll also need to provide details on shipping and descriptions of the products you'll be importing. When registering for a BN, you'll also need to register for Goods and Services Taxes, or GST, and Harmonized Sales Tax, HST. More on that later. When starting a dropshipping business in the EU, you first need to register your business in an EU location of your choosing. Once registered, you'll need to familiarize yourself with the tax laws in that jurisdiction and know whether you need to pay income tax, pay corporation tax, and submit annual tax returns. Depending on your location, you may also need to register for value-added tax, or VAT. In Australia, when starting your dropshipping business, you'll need to register for an Australian Business Number, or ABN. If you're a sole trader, then your tax structure is simple. But if you register as a company, it gets a little trickier. Seek professional advice if you're looking to register as a company so you make the best decision for your business. Once you've done this step, you're ready to set up your tax structure. In dropshipping, you must understand several things before filing your taxes, starting with tax nexus. The definition of nexus is a connection or series of connections linking 2 or more things. All of the states you're conducting business in are the states where you have nexus. You may only have one location, or perhaps your office in one state, hire remote contractors or employees from other states, or have a warehouse in another. That means you'd have nexus in all of those states. Once you've determined your locations, you need to register for sales in each state and know the tax nexus threshold in those states. According to Stripe, the threshold for tax nexus is $100,000 in sales, or 200 transactions over 12 months for most states except Texas and California, where the threshold is $500,000. Before filing your taxes, there are other key factors to understand for your dropshipping business. These are income tax, sales tax, excise tax, and exemption certificates. Income tax for business, be it e-commerce, dropshipping, or other, is similar to income tax for an employee. You must pay tax on the profits you make each year, so you don't pay income tax if you don't make a profit. Where you pay your income tax will depend on where you live. If outside of the US, you may only need to pay taxes to the federal government. But if your business is in the US, you're usually required to pay state and federal taxes on the profits made in your dropshipping business. Collect sales tax on items you sell in a state with Tax Nexus. For example, if you're in California, any customer you acquire in that state must be charged sales tax because you have Nexus. In other words, you're physically in that state. But if you sell a product to someone in New York, you aren't required to pay sales tax because you don't have Nexus in New York. There is one caveat to this rule. If your customer is in the same state as your supplier, you may need to collect sales tax from your customer. This depends on the state, so it's critical to know the location of your suppliers and customers so you can properly charge sales tax at the time of sale. For excise tax, if you're selling products considered dangerous, such as cigars and cigarettes, you may be required to pay excise tax on those products. The rate varies in different states, so be aware if you intend to sell products in this realm. Exemption certificates, also known as resale certificates or permits, are another key factor to consider in your dropshipping tax structure. As a retailer, you can present an exemption certificate to your supplier. An exemption certificate indicates they aren't required to collect tax from you, even if they have Tax Nexus in your state. But although exemption certificates exist, vendors can deny these at any point. And while 36 states accept the multi-jurisdiction uniform sales and use tax resale certificate, other states will only allow exemption certificates issued by their state. So make sure you're familiar with the state's tax policies in which you and your wholesalers have Nexus. Tax obligations in other locations. Perhaps your dropshipping business is located outside of the US. The US dropshipping taxes are different and somewhat more complicated to understand than in other countries. So be sure to familiarize yourself with your specific nation's requirements. Canadian businesses expected to earn over $30,000 every calendar quarter will need to register for goods and services taxes, or GST. GST is usually charged and collected at 5% on every transaction. You may also need to register for provincial taxes, and the rate will vary depending on your location. And as mentioned earlier, you may also need to register for Harmonized Sales Tax, or HST. HST is a consumption tax paid by consumers and businesses in 5 provinces in Canada. It merges the GST and provincial taxes where applicable. International customers do not pay HST, provided they use the goods outside Canada. Every business inside of the EU, including dropshipping, must charge VAT on every EU sale. If you're dropshipping imported goods under 150 euros, VAT is required. And VAT and import taxes are due if the goods are over 150 euros. Any income under 10,000 euros must be charged tax at their home's country rate. For amounts over 10,000 euros in the EU, tax is charged to the destination country's rate. European dropshippers may need to register for Import One-Stop Shop, IOSS, or One-Stop Shop, OSS, depending on 2 things. If the goods you sell are outside the EU and under 150 euros, you may need to register for IOSS. You may need to register for OSS if you're selling to other EU countries from an EU location. You might need to register for both if you have EU and non-EU inventories. For Australian businesses, even dropshippers, you must pay income tax to the Australian government. The rates at which you pay depend on your income bracket. For sales tax, also known as Goods and Services Tax, GST, you're required to register and collect 10% on all sales in Australia. But if you don't gross over $75,000 in profit in a year, you're not required to register or pay GST. Another thing you need to consider are your tax filing deadlines. In the USA, every business owner, including dropshippers earning over $1,000 annually in the US, must pay estimated quarterly taxes. Each payment is due every quarter on the 15th of these months: April, June, September, and January. You may also need to pay corporation and estimated taxes at this time if you run a large company. Speak with your accountant or tax specialist to determine whether you're liable for both. Tax in Canada is due on April 30th each year, but the deadline for filing your dropshipping taxes in Canada is 6 months after the end of each tax year. European deadlines vary depending on each country. You'll also need to research the specific countries in the EU where you are dropshipping to know what rates are collected and when they're due. Tax season in Australia ends on October 31st every year, no matter if you're an employee, a sole trader, or a corporation. But those in business also have the option to pay tax every quarter. There are penalties for unpaid taxes. Tax time is not only stressful because of the various requirements that make it more complicated, but if you fail to file or you file late, there can be some negative repercussions as a result. In the USA, if you fail to pay your taxes on time, you'll incur a 0.5% fee of the unpaid taxes every month until paid, but it won't exceed 25%. Failure to file and pay your taxes in the US can result in a 4.5% penalty per month on any unpaid taxes for up to 5 months. Canada allows up to 10 years to file your taxes, but the late filing penalty is 5% of your balance owing, with an additional 1% each month you file late, up to 12 months. There are 27 countries in the EU, each with a slightly different penalty for unpaid taxes. In Australia, there is a failure to lodge penalty for businesses. These are categorized and charged according to sized entities: small, medium, large, and significant. You need to understand what penalties you're liable for to avoid them. If in doubt, seek tax advice from a professional. With the growing popularity and expectations of online shopping, hundreds of platforms and applications exist that you could use to host your dropshipping store. Though, not all platforms are created equal. While many e-commerce platforms and applications offer different features to manage your store, they don't always provide assistance or guidance with taxes. But here are 6 applications that do help you efficiently manage your taxes. First is Shopify. Shopify is one of the best e-commerce platforms available today and is a terrific option for dropshipping businesses. It has an extensive range of features to help you easily manage your dropshipping business. Some of the features it has include business courses, guides, free tools, logo maker, business name generator, slogan maker, link in bio for commerce, who is domain lookup, wholesale marketplace, domain name generator, pay stub generator, QR generator, podcasts, community events, and a useful blog. Shopify is an attractive user face with many templates and themes to choose from, so you can easily build a beautiful storefront that suits your brand. Shopify also has a simple tax feature that allows you to collect sales tax based on your business structure, so it takes the hassle out of doing it manually. Next is Quadrareno, which is a tax and billing app that integrates with several e-commerce platforms, including Shopify. Quadrareno has a tax automation workflow to know when to collect tax, collect the correct tax every time, know when you're liable for taxes, streamline tax billing, and monitor business and tax data. You can find a wide range of resources including free tax guides to help you navigate the confusing world of taxes. It also has API toolkit to integrate tax tools. Quadrareno Connect, giving your user tax solutions, Quadrareno Checkout to maximize conversion and calculate taxes, and integration with your favorite tools. Quadrareno handles tax compliance worldwide, making it an excellent option if you dropship internationally. Next, we have Avalara. If you're looking for a tax compliance app that can scale with your growing dropshipping business, Avalara is an excellent option. It covers most industries from retail and marketplaces to software and manufacturing. On their useful blog, you'll find a large range of information, and you can filter your blog post search based on location, tax types, topics, and industries. Avalara simplifies sales and use tax, consumer use tax, and international compliance for small, mid, and large corporations. Some of the popular integrations include Shopify Plus, Sage, QuickBooks, NetSuite, Magneto, and many more. Next, we have TaxJar. This cloud-based tax compliance software automates tax across all sales channels. It calculates Nexus and sales tax for each location and notifies you when you're reaching tax Nexus thresholds. TaxJar helps with timelines, reducing processing time and costs, and it minimizes human error. TaxJar works with small and mid-sized market businesses in retail, food and beverage, medical, and more. And it is a valuable blog and resource tab with helpful information on sales tax. Next, we have LowVat. If you're selling in or to the EU market, then LowVat might be the best option for you. The app offers several features, including sales tax compliance, VAT compliance, Tax Cloud Service, and Tax Academy. The Tax Academy offers a range of free courses provided by LowVat to help you learn and simplify your taxes, and it also includes an entire section on VAT. It also offers Extended Producer Responsibility, or EPR, registration for any businesses selling in Europe. This is becoming an important factor to include as more countries in the EU require reporting on packaging recycling. The next app is Sovos. Sovos is a tax solution for online retailers and dropshippers. It covers VAT, sales and use tax, shipping and distribution compliance, and tax and regulatory reporting. Sovos is built for the complexities of the ever-changing global modern tax structures. They provide tax services on a global scale in any location, so you can easily keep your dropshipping business tax compliant. Sovos serves industries from retail to manufacturing and digital services. They have a knowledge center on their website that includes a blog and content library, and they host regular webinars so you can stay in the know. You'll also find the latest news on tax regulations, and their software integrates with SAP, NetSuite, Magneto, and more. Numerous integrations and platforms available in today's market can help you manage dropshipping taxes. Research and implement them into your e-commerce platform to stay on top of your taxes. By now, you should have a pretty good grasp on how to handle your dropshipping taxes. The information outlined in this video gives you a solid foundation for understanding the basics. Even if you understand dropshipping taxes thoroughly, we advise you to seek professional advice or hire a tax specialist to ensure you've covered all bases. Tax is one area in business you must get right. Anyway, that's the end of this video. If you want to find reliable, pre-vetted suppliers for your e-commerce business, you can sign up to SaleHoo. I'll leave a link to sign up in the description box below. Want to know the different types of dropshipping models out there? Check out this video here for 9 types of dropshipping businesses you can start. New to dropshipping? Follow our step-by-step guide video here to get started. Thanks everyone, see you in the next video.